Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to the best damn airplane show you're gonna see on Wednesday night. Yes, sir. It's the best real ATR 70 Deuce 600 full flight of Rigney. We're gonna fly this thing from Gatwick Aeroporto to Guernsey, United Kingdom. It's a real flight. Flight number 611. It flew earlier today, so we're gonna fly this thing tonight. We gonna tomorrow night we're gonna do just VOR and ADFs. We gonna not use any real GPS. We just gonna use old dirty stuff to fly tomorrow night. But tonight we gonna do it up. So welcome all my fine aviation people. Welcome to the airplane show, sir. Sitting up here at Gatwick. We got Charles and Andrew over here, ready to inspect the plane. What you think, good chaps? Everything look pretty good? But he walking away. I like this livery. This is from 2 Pilot. I think he did a pretty good job. Now this airplane supposedly took off from gate 3. That's what FlightAware said. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what FlightAware said. Damn, I can't get my slipper back on. Ah, that's better. My feet get cold. My dad always said I had like Barney Rubble feet. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I guess that means I could drive like a prehistoric vehicle and stop it with the heels of my feet. All right, let's look at some camera angles and pick out the ones that we're going to like tonight on tonight's flight. And there's some storms rolling through London right now. Ah, goodness. If this is your first time here, do me a solid. Before you leave this video, hit subscribe, hit like. It might not mean a lot to you, and you may never come back, but it means everything to me. And I love you for it, and we will be best friends forever. We'll be like this, like peanut butter and jelly. All right, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, that's right. Let's look at our camera angle. So we only got 4. Ugh. That's not too good. that's not too good. Only 4 camera angles. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie Django Unchained, with the part where Don Johnson and what's the fat kid from Moneyball and from Superbad, Jonah Hill. They're out there and they were putting on their hoodies because they were getting ready to go lynch Django and Dr. King Schultz. And this one guy said, he goes, "I can't see too good." Man, I love that part. Every time I hear it, I laugh my ass off. He's like, I can't see too good. All right, let's get this airplane. Oh, you know what? I might have to log my sim brief information, and I haven't flown this plane in a while. Let me see if you know what? I think it's okay. Let me see here. I did the beta update, and I don't know if my stuff's still in here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we good. Okay, yeah, we good. We good. All right, let's put some ground power on. Let's open up our doors. Let's put the tail prop on. Let's get service going. All right, let's get the batteries on and some pumps. Let's get some pumps on. I need to figure a way to be able to put my microphone somewhere so it's not like right where I'm playing. But I need to keep the microphone below my face. And I guess I can leave the microphone a little bit away from me. It looks like it's still picking up everything pretty well. All right, let's go ahead and let's get some juice going in the airplane. We're gonna turn this battery on first. I mean, you could use a checklist if you want. Like, we do have a checklist that we can use, but to be honest, like, this plane's so easy to turn on. Like, you gotta put the battery on, right? And then we gotta click on this power button for DC power and this for AC power. I'll show you here momentarily how to set up the APU. There is an APU that you can use. It's like an APU, but we use engine number 2. We put the brakes on it so it actually doesn't spin. All right, let's put on our nav lights. Let's arm our sign there. Let's test our lights, because we love lights. All right, they're all working fine. All right, that's all looking good. Let's come down yonder. Let's put on some other lights. We don't really need much in the way of floodlights because it's daytime. All, right, all that be looking good. Let's yeah. I don't even know if we can get baggage service with this thing. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get baggage service. Oh, ignore weather. Power supply, fuel truck. Alright, yeah, so there's no baggage for this thing. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and bring our flight plan into our unit. Let's hide my stick. Alright, let's come over here. And we're going to do this here. We're going to do set flight plan. Alright, that's set now. We're going to set fuel. And then we're going to set the payload. All that stuff should pretty much be done anyways. Now we're going to come here. We're going to load the aircraft. So we're going to do passengers and cargo. All that's good. Let's start loading. All right, let's close this out. And aircraft is loaded now. We're going to set our takeoff trim a little bit later. So we do have checklists actually in the airplane. So if you've never been... Yo! What's good, Keith? What's crackin'? So if you haven't been in this airplane before, if you go to options and you go to this other page here, display, click, so you can actually click on the screens and they do stuff. And if you want the click spots to show up on the screen, just turn this here button on. Click spot overlay. Overlay, and that'll put that on there for you. So like right here, right? If you see that little arrow, up arrow, got a little down arrow, and then we got this little enter button here. So if we hit enter right now, that takes us to here. Procedure complete. Here we go. Final cockpit. So you can use this if you want. But every CDLs, by the way, is the cockpit door locks. That's this right here. We're going to deny people from getting in. But I mean, every screen we can click on here. Like we have systems, or we can run through all the systems of the airplane. We have performance, which we're going to use here momentarily to confirm our takeoff data. We have our navigation display, and then we have a map of the airport here, and we can actually zoom in. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that zoom. How come I didn't, because we didn't go tonight. Oh, hey, Frank, what's up, dude? Yeah, we didn't go tonight. We're probably going to go on Saturday. Oh, you probably got the Kung Flu. You got Kung Flu-y. I'm glad you in New York, brother. Keeps that away from me. I had the Kung Flu one time. Once is enough. Alright, so from EGKK, let's enter in runway 8 right. Hopefully that's the runway we're going to get. And we're leaving on IMVU1Z. Let's enter that in. Let's click execution. Yeah, that sucks, dude. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Flu's nothing to mess around with, man. That shit'll bust you up. Alright, we are doing ILS runway 9. And we're doing LEL N1 V. And GUR, what is that? All right, I need to do a little research real quick. Let me look at these charts here because I'm not familiar with GUR. Oh, you know what? That might be our transition for our approach. Oh, yeah. That's right. Because we're going to fly over the airport and then make a big loop. That's right. All right, so all this is set now. There's really not a whole lot to do with this here FMC, FMS, MCDU, whatever you want to call it. There's really not a whole lot to do in this airplane. This RMS feature is for setting up any kind of communications, you know, our navigation, you know, stuff when we go to land, our frequencies. Other than that, you'll never really use it. So I'm going to go back into flight plan. And then let's go to performance. Let's do perform our initialization. All right, our cruising. Actually, we need to set up our navigation, actually. All right, position initialization. Let me look on our flight plan here and see what we got going on here. We can't pull up the flight plan in this one, so I'm looking at the flight plan now on Navigraph on my little tablet. All right, so we're cruising at 18,000 feet tonight, and let me see what our coordinates are here at Gatwick. So 5108 is us. So this one here. Initialize that. Let's return. All right, nav data is okay. Wow, it's from a few years ago. Jesus. All right, flight plan initialization. We already did all that. All right, weight. That looks good. All right, performance here. Let's do our cruising altitude is FL 180. And our transition altitude is probably going to be about 5,000 feet. Let me see here. 6,000 feet. Okay. So that's good. And weight's all good. So we're pretty much all done with setting up our airplane. If you want to change the units, you know, from feet to meters, kilograms and pounds, you can do all that. But other than that, we're pretty much all set. I mean, there's nothing really else to do. VNav, this will start putting in data as we are actually descending. So let's go ahead and get our clearance, and then we'll back up. And then, yeah, man, let's finish going through this checklist here. All right, before propeller, we already locked the doors. That's all done. Trim. Let's set our takeoff trim. Let's see if we push this now, if it'll do it. Sometimes it doesn't. Yep, it did it. Very good. All right, very good. Takeoff trim is done. All right, let's get the tail prop, doors, seatbelts, and beacon. All right, so let's get all the shit inside. Let's close the doors. Let's get the tail prop inside. It's it didn't say anything about wheel chocks yet. We'll leave them. And let's put on the seat belts and turn on the beacon light. All right, that's good. All right, now let's go down to normal procedures. So you can do any of these if you want to. So all right, let's contact the ATC. Get our clearance for runway 8 right. So if we're departing 8 right, that means we're going east. So I want this to say west.
Gatwick ground GR611 with Golf request taxi for takeoff west departure. GR611 Gatwick ground airport.
Oh yeah, that's right. Weather clearance. Let's enable the...
Gatwick ground GR611 with Golf request taxi for takeoff west departure. GR611 taxi to and halt short of runway 08.
No thank you. I want 8 right, bitch.
Contact tower on 124.23 when ready.
This feature never works. There we go.
Gatwick ground, can GR611 get runway 08 right? GR611 taxi to and halt short of runway 08 right via taxiway uniform Juliet. Contact tower on 134.23 when ready.
Very good. So let me go ahead and...
Taxi to and hold short runway 08 right via taxiway uniform Juliet GR611. Gatwick airport information.
All right, 2882. Let me set the pressure real quick and then I'm going to show you something. All right, 2882. Let's come over here. And let's set 2882. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do the APU in here. So it's pretty dang simple. So what you're going to want to do is turn this to start AB. Turn this prop brake on. Push this here fuel button. And then push this engine 2 start button. Once that thing gets rolling like it is, I'm gonna put this little thing up here. Let's put that to feather. And then once the engine's actually like cooking and rolling, we'll put it to automatic and that'll turn on the APU. The only trick with that is that sometimes it's a little tricky to get the engine actually spinning. But if you look outside now, you see the blade, you see my blades, they ain't spinning. So now we can actually disconnect the ground power now. So let's remove the chocks. Let's remove the ground power. See? We still good. All right, let's get the other engine started and then we'll confirm our takeoff data. All right, let's put this thing on feather. And do we have any restrictions on our takeoff? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got a max of 3,000 feet at first. So let's plug in, let's put this on auto. Now you can see this one's going to be spinning. The other one's still not spinning. Oh, look at them double rainbows. That's dope, man. What up, rainbows? Yo, this airplane is so much fun, man. It's definitely worth the money, that's for sure. All right, let's put our altitude up to up to 3,000 feet. 4,000 feet like the next level. So we have one. So when we take off, we're going to make a big U-turn. As soon as we make that U-turn, 3,000 feet is where we need to stay. Then the next one's 4,000. And then once we cross that point, then we can, you know, go up to our cruising altitude from there. All right. So in order to release this engine so it'll go, we need to release the prop brake. And what I always do is I just kind of move this down here and then just put it back up the feather. And now that gets it going. And now we can put it up to auto. And we are just about ready to taxi. We got to do just a couple of little things left. So this screen here, first thing we're going to do is go to systems. Go to performance. We're going to confirm our takeoff data. So everything's in green now. And then we're going to come down on this FMC here. We're going to push the SURV button. We're going to make sure our transponder is on. We're going to make sure our TCAS system is on. And then the last thing we're going to push is nav. And we're going to come down here to ND only. Make sure our traffic and weather are on. This one here I don't like using. This turns the primary display and it shows you the ground underneath, but here, I'll show you. It grays everything out. It's so weird looking. Look at that. That's really weird. I don't like it. If y'all want to use it, help yourself. I'm not using it. And then this also has our ADF and our VOR, info and all that. So, all right. So that's all good. Let's check out our systems real quick. All right. We got to get the rest of that on up there. So let's go ahead and let's come up top. Let's turn on our oxygen supply, which we probably should have done in the beginning. Same as the Airbuses, anything with white lettering, we need to turn off or turn on. And last thing we need to do, we need to get this TRU button lit up, okay? In order to do that, we need to move the throttle up just like one little click. Just like that. Just that little click's enough. And now when we push this TRU button, it'll light up. So that's pretty much everything we need to do. Let's tell our attendants we're getting ready to go. Let's put our logo lights, our taxi lights, beacon lights on. And let's put our flaps down. And then we'll test our takeoff. See if you can see now, all this is green now. The passenger, the crew, oxygen and all that. So everything looks good. Let's go over here to map again. So we have a map of where we're going. Got to make sure our power management here is in takeoff mode. All right, let's test our takeoff configuration. There's a takeoff configuration button down here. Push it and hold it. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's kind of hard to zoom in and show you. Okay, so you're going to look right up here where it says TLU low speed. If you keep an eye on that, if you can see it, it's going to change. It's going to say it's okay. Oh, bitch. I didn't mean to do that. See, it says okay, so we're okay. Last thing I want to do is just turn on the weather system. So let's turn this on. Let's tilt this a little bit. All right, let's go taxi. Let's reinsert our stick. Everybody loves our stick, so let's put that back in there. Let's release the parking brake and let's get out of here. Parking brake released. Yep. So we have the gust lock on. Because of that, it like sometimes takes a few minutes to actually like get going. But once we get rolling, usually we're okay. Sometimes I remove that gust lock to taxi a little bit quicker, but well, I don't know if y'all can hear the wind or not, man. That's crazy. So I was originally looking at 4 different flights for tonight. There was this flight. There was an Azul flight in or Azul down in Brazil. I was looking at. There was a Finnair flight going from Lithuania to Helsinki, and there was a Logan Air flight. And really, I liked this livery kinda the best out of all of them, and I liked the route. You know, it was about an hour long. Some of them were about one of them was like a half an hour, one was like 2 hours. So I kind of wanted one around an hour. I think it'd be cool flying from Gatwick, flying to an island. It'd be pretty cool, man. Tomorrow night, I think I'm doing a no GPS, just old dirty equipment, old VOR, you know, navigation, you know, ADFs and VOR stations, and just use those. Greece trying to talk me into doing one of those, so I may wind up doing another one of those tomorrow. By the way, where the hell is Greece, man? I'm very thankful Keith and Frank are here. Absolutely, but where the hell Greece? Maybe the zombies finally got him. Yeah, flying to London City would definitely be cool. I think I did that a couple of weeks ago. Forget what plane I was flying. I remember flying into London. Oh yeah, I did it with the Bay 146. We flew from like Liverpool to Heathrow. I think that's what we did. Yep. Yeah, that's right. I was using a British Airways Bay 146. Little mini 747. So we're gonna our speed on our during our climb today, the speed is going to be regulated by the flight management system. So there's a button on the left of the screen there. It says SEL. If we push that, it'll either switch us from automatic or manual. All right, we are almost ready to go. I do have photogrammetry turned off right now. As soon as we get up in the air, I'll turn it back on again. As usual, that way we'll have a nice smooth takeoff. Even though I'm running on a Series X, still run into issues with like invisible potholes on the runway. So I found out through trial and error that turning off the photogrammetry will kind of get rid of all that. Something about being on ground at airports with photogrammetry turned on. For some reason, it like just crushes like the memory of this like it doesn't work out well usually. Get all kinds of stuttering and frame rate drops and all kinds of ugliness. All kinds of stuff to make you not want to play the game. All right.
Tower GR 611 ready at runway 08 right, departure to the west. GR 611, wind 130 at 1 tree. West departure approved. Cleared for
Slow down.
08 right.
Yes, sir, Frank.
Cleared for takeoff runway 08 right, GR 611.
Is this good? Is this better? Should I just come to a stop? This plane doesn't taxi very fast. It has the gust lock on, so it's... I think it does that on purpose to kind of save the brakes. Alright, let's line up and then finish getting ourselves ready for takeoff. It's only like a few things. We just need to put the lights on, release the gust lock, and put our prop levers all the way up to the overdrive. Let's click nav on our autopilot stack. We can switch our display here now, and let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, maybe that's... Come on, let's get up to the runway, guys. Let's go. Let's sync our heading. Yeah, I'll just hold the throttle button in so we get up there. Boy, it is windy, man. My plane's already bouncing around. I'm half tempted to turn off real weather, man. This is crazy. All right, let's park it right here for a second. Parking brakes back on. Let's put these, let's put the gust lock off. Let's roll those up to there. And let's go ahead and put on our strobe light and our landing lights. Let them bitches know we going. We gonna bust out of here. Oh yeah, do your thing, man. If you sick, go ahead, dude. I hope you feel better, man. At least you got a good excuse not to be in school tomorrow. Unless it's spring break this week for you. Oh, I never clicked the auto button. Let me click that button right over here. There we go. Wow, is it windy? Ooh. Wow. I didn't think we were going to get off the ground, man. That was crazy. All right, let's put the autopilot on. And where the hell is flight level control? IAS. Let's put our flaps up. Now we're gonna be at, we gotta stay at 3,000 feet until until here. And then once we get, oh, we got to turn photogrammetry on. Shit. And then once we get past that point, then we're allowed to go up to 4,000 feet. And then from there, we can climb up to our cruising altitude tonight. Wow, man, that was a crazy takeoff, man. It wasn't bad. It's just like it went like off like I took off and it started like going like, you ever see them videos like of airplanes landing like in England where they kind of like just bounce around and they kind of like come in on the side slant? That's how it felt when I was taking off, man. Instead of just taking off and going straight up, like I was like, it felt like I was like going off to the side. Just, it's cool, man. I mean, like it was kind of smooth, but it just looked like how I was looking at it. It looked like we was going off. Anyway, it looked shaky. It looked shaky, but if you say it's smooth, I believe you. All right, let's put this in cruise mode right now. And then we'll put it back in climb mode once we get to that waypoint. I'm not really sure where London Gatwick is compared to the rest of London. I thought London Gatwick was like right. Oh, you know, I think it's like south of actually London, I think. I think it's like Heathrow and then Gatwick's like below it, I think. Why am I guessing? I got a map right here. I'm such an idiot. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, we're well below the city. Okay. Now, I don't see any of that weather showing up on our map. That's... There's traffic on our map here. I wonder why it doesn't show the weather. See, it's got... It says weather. We're beeping because of traffic, I believe. Whoa, what happened? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I didn't do anything. That was autopilot. All right, let's... Oh, man. Take two. This time we're going to start on the runway. Damn. Motherfucking autopilot. All right, let's go back to 8 right. Damn. I don't think I did anything. To be honest, like, I don't think I did anything. I don't think I turned the autopilot off or anything. Oh, well. We'll be all right. We'll get up in the air quick again. Shit. Yeah. You telling me, man. That's some bullshit. That's what I get for being on the beta. Beta. I think I'm gonna cry. That's so sad. All those people. Come on, simulator. Hee-yah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Give me a minute. I think I might turn off the ATC, to be honest.
121.805 GR611. Goodbye.
All right, let's go to performance, set our location again. All right, that's good. Let's now push our flight plan in. Let's set our fuel. Set the payload. Set takeoff trim. All right, that's fine. Let's come over here. Let's plug in our departure. We got 8 right again. And we got 1Z. I'll plug in our approach a little later. Let's just get going now. All right, and let's go back to performance. Let's do flight level. Believe it or not, Rome is ready for takeoff. 180. Base fine, fuel flow, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's fine. Let's come over here. Let's confirm our takeoff data. All right. Oh, it was already confirmed. All right, very good. Let's come here to here. Let's zoom out a little bit. All right, let's come here now and let's finish our... All right, all this stuff should be on actually since we just jumped in here. Yeah, all that stuff looks good. Okay, and what about... Yeah, see, that's off. Lock these doors. Let's put on our lights. Let's set 3,000 feet. Let's set navigation again. Oh, we got weather on now. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and push the select button. Oh, it was already in pink. When it's in pink, that means it's on FMC where it'll control the speed by itself. I think 2988 is the right barometric pressure. Let me see here. Where the hell's the Q0977? What? That doesn't make sense.
Gatwick Airport information.
2882. Oh, wow.
Wind 130 at 13.
Wow, that's crazy. 2882. Maybe 0. Wow. I've never seen pressure that low before. So it was right. What did it say? It said 977. Jesus. All right, let's get out of here. Let's oh, we gotta put these things all the way up. All right, now we can go. Let's release the parking brake and let's get going. And we better not crash again, or I really might cry. Oh. Parking brake was already off. Boy, that wind is something else, man. Jesus.
Gatwick approach GR611 is type 1 miles east of Gatwick 500 feet. Request flight following. GR611 Gatwick approach. Squawk 0722.
Alright.
Squawk 0.
Oh, the takeoff was a little suspect, but man, it is super windy, man.
GR611 radar. Contact 1 miles east of Gatwick 800 feet. QNH28.82. Roger GR611.
Look at this wind bouncing us around, man. Look at our ass shaking. Look at us shaking our ass. That's why the takeoff was so suspect, man. That airplane, it was almost on two wheels while I was going down the runway because the wind was pushing it so hard. God bless autopilot, as long as it works this time. So that must be jelly, because jam don't shake like that. True story. Wow, that's some bad weather, man. All right, let's go into cruise mode. Not touching the controller this time. Outside of doing this. Because that was some bullshit last time, man. What? You guys are retarded. Simon says, good day, mate. What's up, dude? Welcome to the airplane show. This is round 2 tonight. First time we overstressed the aircraft. Well, we didn't do it. The autopilot did it. We was just watching it happen. Why am I contacting approach? I'm leaving. Good day to you, too. That's cool. Hopefully you're having a good day. Appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes. That's nice of you. That's some crazy pressure, man. That I have never seen pressure that low before. They got some crazy pressure in London. Jesus. Alright, we'll resume our climb after this waypoint here. Oh no, actually that's 4,000 feet. We gotta be at 4,000 feet there. Once we pass this waypoint, then we can resume our climb. Well, Simon, before you leave and check out somebody else, please subscribe and hit that like button. I certainly appreciate it. But yeah, man, we're flying this thing. We took off, and the wind almost blew us over because it's so windy over here. Like, it's almost 40 knots right now. I think it says 39. Yeah, 39 knots. So when we were taking off, it almost blew us over. I put the autopilot on, and we started making our first turn away from the airport, and the wind blew us over so hard that, we got that message saying that we overstressed the aircraft. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I've been in this plane a few times in America. Not much. They didn't use this plane too often. But, yeah, man, I like these little planes. These little La Bamba planes. I don't know if I could live down in Australia, man. Y'all got them brown recluse spiders and those, forget that kind of snake, man. That'll kill the shit out of you. I mean, maybe like, you know, where the suburbs are in the cities, maybe y'all don't see too many of them down there at that part, man. But that shit would scare the hell out of me. All right, let's push IAS and let's go back into climb mode for until we get to 4,000 feet. Hopefully we'll get over this weather pretty soon. All right. So let's level off and let's go back into cruise mode. And oh man. Weather got me a little worried. All right, let's move our altitude up to 18,000 feet. How much longer we got? We only got 2 more miles left until we can resume our climb. And then at 6,000 feet, we're going to put in standard pressure, so that should bring us up quite a bit. All right, let's increase our climb. All right, let's see if we can get over this weather. That's what it is, eastern brown snake. Yeah, I remember y'all have a snake in Australia, and then you got that brown recluse spider, man. I live in Maryland in the U.S. We got the black widows here, which I don't see too often. I've seen a couple, man. Those things are pretty wild looking with that hourglass on their back. The area I live in, we don't see too many of them, but man, like in the countryside, you got an old dusty barn with, you know, some boxes and shit, you know, for them to hide back there, man. You gotta be careful when you go back there. Oh yeah, we gotta standardize the pressure. Let's push that in. I got you, icing. I got you, icing. All right, let's turn off our lights. And I hope we can climb over this stuff here pretty soon. Oh, yeah, that's some nasty looking weather, man. Jesus. No wonder they didn't want us taking off, man. I don't remember England really ever getting these kind of storms at all. That's like a biblical storm for England. I was sitting at Heathrow, I guess about 15 years ago, waiting for a connection flight to Munich, Germany, and there was like an inch of snow on the ground, and, and they grounded every single airplane at Heathrow for like an inch of snow. I was like, what? That was the year, many years ago, where they had I forget what country in Europe, but there was a country where one of the volcanoes blew so much ash into the atmosphere that around Europe they couldn't fly any airplanes because it would like clog the engines up. So we just left Munich, like we got to America, and like a few hours later the volcano blew. It was crazy. All right, looks like we're doing okay with the weather. Looks like we'll get over it. Hopefully it'll clear up when we get over the water. Now we still have to put our approach and our arrival in. I didn't do that yet because I wanted to get off the ground. I figured I can just do that when we're up in the air. Because the first time we took off, that didn't go too well. The wind blew us over, and that was that. We overstressed the airframe. This livery, I think I bought this livery pack for like $5 from 2Pilot. 2Pilot makes some very good stuff, and 4 Simmers makes very good livery packs too. I got another livery pack from him for the ATR as well. So most of the flights I do, I try to recreate real flights that take place around the world. So, you know, I'll sit here during the day when I have a few minutes from work. Once I figure out what kind of plane I'm going to fly, then I kind of look at what's going on around the world and I try to recreate the flight as best I can. This flight took off at night. I didn't want to do that because, you know, you don't really get to see much at nighttime. And we may land at night. I mean, I do like nighttime here in this game, but sometimes it gets so dark you can't see anything. And that kind of defeats the purpose of having this simulator where everything is modeled so nicely. The clouds, the ground, you know, the airplanes. Like, when you fly at night, you miss a lot of that. The airplanes are really cool lit up at nighttime. I mean, and the airports and all that, so. Oh, and breaking news, bad news. The beta the SU15 update from Microsoft Flight Simulator that was supposed to come out today has been pushed back until, like, they don't even know when. They said sometime in April was the report that I read. If you have Xbox, like I do, you can actually go ahead and get the beta version of the SU15 like I have. I flew that new A320neo the other day, man. That thing was nice. Compared to the other 320 that comes with the game, man, shit. Inabills did a pretty good job with this new A320. In all seriousness, it's a really good plane. The MCDU is really nice. It sounds really good. It looks really good. It fly good. It look good. It handle well. Holy Jesus Christ. I've never seen pink on the radar before. That's not good. I'm glad we're going to 18,000 feet, but that might not be enough to clear us. That's probably the pink over there. Wow. I gotta take a screenshot of this, man. I have never seen this before in my life on a simulator. Hello, screenshot. Can't believe we're still in icing range.
Generic Quebec Yankee uniform traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at 9,000 feet generic. Report them in sight.
That's not us. We're GR611.
Traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 9,000 feet generic. Report them in sight. Generic Quebec Yankee uniform have the traffic. Crested tree 49er 0.
Hey, that's dope, man. I like that, how the radar shows up here. That's pretty cool. I never knew it did that. Alright, so the engines are at... The fuel's at -5 degrees right now. That could be better, but that's not terrible. See, we should be out of icing range, and we're at -17 right now. We're probably okay to turn the icing off. Let's turn it off and see what happens. No, we're still in icing range. Alright, well, we'll put icing back on then. Alright, we are at cruising altitude. Let's go ahead and put this in cruise. And let's go down to normal procedures. Let's go to after takeoff. Two engines. Alright. Landing gear, flaps, altimeters. Yeah, okay, all that's good. Okay. Let's check all that off. And we'll leave the engines where they're at. We'll probably have to pull them back a little bit once we, you know, get up in speed. Boy, when I was looking at this flight today, I had no idea we were going to be flying through this kind of weather. It's pretty cool, actually. I've been tornado chasing in in America before with this simulator. When I first got the simulator, there were some really bad storms, like in Mississippi, Alabama, you know, southern Tennessee, like that whole area. So I like went to the local airport, like where the storm was at, and jumped in a little Cessna and was flying around, and that wind was blowing me left and right and up and down, and all kinds of crazy. I didn't see any tornadoes. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know if I was going to see a tornado or not, but we was getting blown around pretty good. Hey, welcome to the cut, dude. What's up? Frank had to dip out. Frank got the flu. He's got that itis, so he's out of commission. All right, we should probably plug in our approach since we haven't done that yet. Let's go to EGJB. We're doing ILS-9. We're doing Leno 1V and GUR. Let's get rid of this discontinuity here. Let's click clear. Execute. Hello, Jules. How are you? Welcome to the airplane show. I must say though, before you leave, Jules, subscribe and hit that like button. That's your mission if you choose to accept it. Yeah, you missed it, Grease. We had to do our favorite thing, Grease. We had to restart. But it wasn't my fault this time, I promise. Well, it's not my fault. We took off. And we engaged the autopilot, and we started making our first turn. And a gust of wind, because the wind was like 40 knots at that point. Straight 40 knots, not gusting, just 40. Gust was more than that. Well, a wind gust hit us and blew our plane, flipped it right over. Got that black screen. Yeah, we can go tornado chasing. I did that last year. No, tomorrow night show, there's no GPS involved in tomorrow night's show. Tomorrow night is all old school dirty navigation, just VOR needles and twisty knobs and ADFs and all kinds of stuff. That's what we doing tomorrow. I'm not sure which plane I'm gonna fly though. I mean, there's a lot of planes I can fly to do that. Dude, when I chose this flight, I had no idea I was gonna be running in this kind of weather. This is crazy for England. Like, I don't remember England ever getting this kind of weather. Look how much pink is in this storm system. That's crazy.
Cleared through Charlie airspace GR 611.
No. I wish I got the DC-3 figured out. Nah, that button, you still can't interact with that button. Well, we're gonna fly right through this stuff. We should fly around it, but let's fly through it and see what happens. What's the worst that happens? We crash and then I put on the train simulator. That's the worst that could happen. We crash and we put on the train simulator. That's like an anvil type of top right there, man. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I wish I had that damn plane figured out already. But until they get that button fixed, we're not gonna be able to do any kind of... Oh, you know what? I didn't have time to do that button trick today that we talked about. I'll have time later tonight or tomorrow to do that. Yeah. I had an appointment this morning and, or whatever. Whatever the case is. I didn't do it, but I'll do it today, tonight or tomorrow. Try to see if I can bind one of the keys and do heading hold and see if that works. It's a pretty nice livery from 2Pilot. He makes some good shit. Oh wow, you can still see the water bouncing off. Yep, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I didn't have time. Last night, I just wanted to go to sleep because I wasn't feeling too well. And then today was today. But yeah, I definitely, I'm curious if that'll work. I have a pretty good feeling that may actually work. Which would be great. Oh my god. I might have to get rid of the ATC, man. Alright, looks like we're clearing some of the weather. Wow, that is like some massive shit, Jesus. Alright, where do we start descending at? Let me look at our flight plan here. Can't pull the flight plan up in this plane. Like we can on some other planes. Maybe that'll change with the... Oh, Greece. I gave the bad news. I gave the bad news a few minutes ago. I don't know if you heard it or not. The update, SU-15 update that's supposed to be out today, it's not coming out. It's not coming out until April something at the earliest. There's a report that came out last night at like when the hand was getting ready to strike midnight. Microsoft or Adobe, Sobo, or whoever the fuck makes the decision, they were like, we're not doing it. Try again. We got to iron out some things. So Yeah. It's not coming out just yet. Alright, so we're going to start descending after LELNA. Yeah, I got in bed last night. I put on some YouTubes to watch old Judge Boyd. And if y'all haven't watched Judge Boyd, Boyd, y'all are missing out, man. She is lit. I like watching me some Judge Boyd. Anyways, I put on Judge Boyd, I kick back, I opened up Google on my phone, typed in Microsoft Simulator, and one of the first things that popped up was update not coming out. I was like, shit. I mean, I got the beta, so I don't know how much different it'll be, but yeah, I understand. That's like, you know, when I said that before about I'm okay waiting if it comes out and it comes out good. You know, like if it comes out proper, you know what I'm saying? Like if we need to wait a month and it gets released and there's like minimal issues, I'm good with that. I'm so sick of these damn billion-dollar companies launching this shit and it's broken. Man, that burns me up. So I'd rather them take their time if it's, you know, like that tablet on that 737 that I got. Man, that thing took what, like 5 months for it to come out on Xbox? But it's worth it. It launched and it's flawless. Yeah, I don't mind waiting. But yeah, I saw that and I thought of you as soon as I saw that I was like, I can't wait to get on and tell Grease. I said, he'll probably already know though, because he seems to know everything. Like, you're like the Microsoft Flight Simulator whisperer. Like, it seems like you know everything that's going on with this thing, like, before it happens. It's like you got a Palantir from Lord of the Rings, and when you hold that thing up, instead of you looking at the Eye of Sauron, you're looking right at the Microsoft Flight Headquarters. You shake that thing up, you're like, fuckers aren't coming out with the update. Let me tell Greg. I wonder if I were to put on, like, regular weather, like, if I turn off live weather, I'm wondering, like, how many thousands of feet I'll drop. Yeah, the KGB of MSF. Yeah, that's right. It's funny. You are. You're the KGB mafia of MSFS. I think we're over the ocean right now, but I can't tell. We should be over the ocean. Alright, what waypoint? Oh, we're going to start descending here pretty soon. Let me look at our arrival chart and see if we have any altitudes we need to get down to. Hang on, I'm going to mute myself for a second. Alright, I'm back. I didn't want you hearing me yelling at my son. No, I'm kidding. I didn't yell at him. I know, man. I was just fucking around. We were talking. He up there playing Rock Band, pretending to be a rock star. It's pretty cool. I know. You were before. Oh, alright. Never mind. Alright, I'm wrong again. Dads are always wrong, I guess. All right, so we need to, okay, so 20,000 feet, LENA, and then we go down to GUR. All right, and then what's, skeet, what's our, so we got to get down to 2,000 feet at some point. So let's put our, ooh, I think I see some sun peeking out. That is awesome. All right, let's put this down to 2,000 feet. Yep. Well, I was sitting in bed and I was like, I'm gonna do some homework. That way I talk to Grease and I know, and then, you know, we know what we're talking about. All right, let's click VNav. Well, that ain't good. All right, let's do VS. Oh, hang on. We got to stay at this altitude. We can't go down until... We can't go down until we pass that waypoint there. Wow, that's a tough choice. I think I'd rather have the Dassault Falcon, to be honest. I have always wanted to fly one of those planes. Always. Alright, let's type in our frequency for our landing tonight. So let's go to RMS. Let's go to nav. And it's 108.1. So let's type that in for nav 1 and nav 2. Alright, can we go into VNav yet? Not yet. We got to stay at this altitude a little bit longer. I think this is flashing because we're supposed to be at 20,000 feet. But that's not in our flight plan, so we're staying...
Going to 120.15 GR 611. Rest center GR 611 15,700 feet.
GR 611, breast center QNH 2.
Alright, there we go.
75 radar, contact to continue. Generic Golf Sierra, Bravo contact Guernsey, approach on 128.65.
Now we're gonna line up our heading here momentarily. We need to put ourselves in...
Romeo 8,900.
Hang on, let's click nav.
Generic Golf, Juliet Golf, Foxtrot Romeo.
ND only, and put ourselves traffic below.
Contact to continue. 128.6.
Oh my god, Jesus, shut up already.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's do heading sync. Now let's put ourselves in heading mode. Let's flip this switch to VILS1, and let's move our course to 88. That's gonna be our delicious final course. All right, 88, very good. Now we can put this back on FM1 and click nav again. That's cool. Yeah, Just Flight makes some good shit, man. They're the ones that make that That Bay 146 that I fly. I like that thing. Oh man, we are past the storms. Thank God. Alright, let's see what the METAR is in this area here. Look at this METAR, Grease, for takeoff. Look at that. Q0977. I have never seen barometric pressure that low before. Oh, it's even lower here. Jesus, 0973. Good lord. And we got 5,000 feet's our transition altitude. Alright. Let's look at our descent checklist. Alright, that's good. That's good. That's good. Alright, all that's good. So we got 120, 112. 112, alright. Very good.
Generic Delta Golf Zulu. Contact London Center on 118.475. Good day. GR611.
Oh, that's cool.
Approach on 128.655. Good day.
Pretty cool, man.
128.655 GR611.
That'd be pretty cool actually flying an old school 747.
11,800 feet.
GR611. Guernsey. Approach QNH 28.75 radar. Contact continue.
Very cool. I don't know what kind of bird that is on the tail. I think it's a puffin, I think. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine so. I think it would just be VOR and ADF type navigation. Those are the planes that also had the engineer seat, man. That's and the navigators. That'll be I think that'll be pretty cool, man. I like flying those kind of planes sometimes, like where there's like no high-tech equipment. I like using all the old school stuff sometimes. Oh, we got traffic. I don't see him anywhere. I wonder if I should turn the lights down so I can see him. There he is. Right here. There's that little bastard. Go on now. Oh yeah, he's past us now. Okay. Okay. Let's look at our systems here. Make sure everything is still kosher. I hear you. I like flying the Bay 146 in this game because to me that's got like a really good mixture of old and new. It's got some new gauges, a lot of old school gauges, and then it's got the tablet. Like it's got a really good, to me, that Bay 146 got a really good mixture of everything. Yeah, yep, yeah. That's right. Yeah, there's our little island. Let them bitches know we're coming in for landing. Let's put on some landing lights, logo lights.
Guernsey approach, generic Golf, Yankee Romeo X-ray, Echo 2,200 feet. Generic Golf, Yankee Romeo X-ray, Echo, Guernsey approach, QNH.
I hear you.
8.78 radar contact, continue.
All right, so we're actually going to go into heading mode now. Let's go into heading mode. And let's change our source to nav. And let's continue our descent of about 1,100 feet per minute. I might as well leave the lights off. We had the lights on the whole flight. Let's leave the lights off now. We'll be on the ground momentarily anyways. Oh yeah, we gotta change our pressure. Shit. It's 2880 something. I think it was 2882, I think. Yeah, 0973. All right, let's turn. And we're actually going to stop at 3,000 feet, 1,000 before our capture point, because we're probably going to capture this thing early. And let's go down to approach. Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Generic Golf Sierra, Bravo contact London Center on 118.475. Good day.
Alright, landing, altimeters, cabin check.
75, generic golf, Sierra Bravo. Goodbye.
Alright, let's do before landing. Alright, we already advised the cabin crew, landing gear, TLU speed, icing. Oh yeah, what is our icing? Where's it at here? Performance. So icing's 120 something. Alright. And power management takeoff. Alright, very good. So we're all set. There's our runway there. Wonder why our runway hasn't shown up yet. Our nav info. 1081. 108.1. Oh, okay, it is showing up. And there's our glide scope there. Okay, very good. Well, let's actually go down to 2,000 feet. Nope. Just see-through lights. Alright, let's, how far out are we? Let's go out just a couple more miles. I want that glide scope to be up a little bit farther. Alright, I think that's good. Let's start turning around here.
Guernsey approach generic golf, Mike Quebec Alpha Yankee, is passing 2,100 feet, climbing 4,000 feet. Generic golf, Mike Quebec Alpha Yankee Guernsey, approach QNH 28.79er radar.
Yeah, no cabin lights, and there's only four fixed cameras for the drone.
Guernsey approach generic Echo Charlie, Quebec Papa Zulu is type generic 4 miles south of Guernsey, 500 feet. Request flight following. Generic Echo Charlie, Quebec Papa Zulu Guernsey approach. Squawk 1271. Generic Quebec Alpha Yankee, you are 20 miles northeast. Maintain present, heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 27 approach via Golf Uniform Romeo transition. Clear to Golf Uniform Romeo.
Alright, let's catch this thing again.
Squawk 1271, generic Quebec Papa Zulu.
Put down landing gear. Put down some flaps.
Papa Zulu radar contact 8 miles south of Guernsey, minus 600 feet. QNH 28.79er.
Once we line up again, I'll activate approach mode.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 27 approach via Golf Uniform Romeo transition. Clear to Golf Uniform Romeo generic Quebec Alpha Yankee.
All right, let's click approach.
Generic Romeo X-ray Echo traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at 3,600 feet generic. Report them in sight. Generic Quebec Alpha Yankee traffic is
Jesus, shut up.
miles at 1,100 feet generic.
God, they're so annoying.
Them in sight. Generic Romeo X-ray Echo have a generic in sight.
No good views there.
Generic Quebec Alpha Yankee traffic in sight.
All right, glide scope is captured. Very good. Let's engage takeoff mode here. TLU low speed, that's what we're in. That's good. Yeah, that'll be nice. When they're gone, that'll be great.
Generic Quebec Papa Zulu contact Jersey approach on 120.305. Good day. Generic Quebec Papa Zulu. Goodbye.
Wait, it's really windy here too. Jesus, look at this thing blowing around.
500. $200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, boy. What you know about them off-roading skills? What you know about them off-roading skills in the ATR? ATR slash ATV. Alright, we made it. Man, it was so windy. It's tough flying this plane in the wind, man. That's for sure. Alright, let's I think that wasn't too bad. It was very windy though. Very windy. Very windy. Yeah, damn is right. That's for sure. So tomorrow I'm thinking about flying for the old school. I'm really thinking about flying this thing here. Let me show you the inside of this plane if you haven't seen it yet. Let's do... Here, let's just choose a spot. Let me show you this thing. I like this plane a lot. The wing, the wing's gone probably. the wing is probably no longer attached to the airplane. It was almost 30 knot winds, man. That's crazy. Both times when I took off in that plane tonight, like it blew us like to the side, like we were almost on two wheels while we were rolling down the runway. Yeah, there's a couple of planes that I'm thinking about for tomorrow. Well, I'm always a fan of the Mitsubishi MU2. I haven't flown that one in a long time. I've never actually done a flight with this Beechcraft. And I like this plane a lot. Now, it does have, you know, it does have navigation, but we don't need to use it. But it's very old school. Got all kinds of old school gears, levers. Pretty cool looking. It actually looks kind of like a mini, like, almost like a, I think a mini DC-3 slash, whatever Connie is. What airplane is Connie? The Cundalindus? What's that? What the hell that plane called again? What the hell that plane called again? Not the Continental, the Cunnilingus. The Comanche. Fuck. What the hell is the name of that plane? What that plane is? Not the Stratoliner. It's the one from Lockheed Martin. The Constellation, that's it. So I'm thinking about that, or this Technam one that I bought, which I can't use the MK2. I got you, Constellation. I can't use the MK2 because that plane is broken, but this one might work. Let me look at this plane real quick and see what this one looks like. I haven't looked at this one up close yet. But it might just be the Mitsubishi. I like that plane, and I haven't flown that one in a long time. It's been probably 2 months since I've flown that plane. Meh. 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 Come on, bitch. Let's go. Come on, teraflops, do your thing. All my teraflops working tonight. All 13 trillion. Nah. I don't like that plane. This plane. I don't like this thing at all. I feel claustrophobic, and yeah, it's got a broken tablet too. Never mind. I mean, actually, this plane isn't too bad. But I want to fly something old. Like, maybe we'll just do the Mitsubishi, because we haven't done that one in a long time. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I've played around with that Beechcraft quite a bit. I just haven't actually, like, flown it yet. Like, well, you know what we could fly, actually? Which doesn't... we have to use ground navigation with the plane. It's like this plane here. Where is it? It's like all the way at the... Yeah, this one here. This Lin Aviation. There's no navigation at all. It's just... You have to use the ground to navigate. Or I could fly the Caribou. That's always a fun plane. We got Cessnas. We got Piper Comanche we could do. You know, I mean, that's got nav, but we don't have to use it. Because I'm always a fan of that Mitsubishi. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. And, well, you know, these Diamond Air ones, too. Those have some old school gauges. Yeah, I don't know. This might be a good plane to do it in. Or, I mean, we could do the Stratoliner. We haven't flown the Stratoliner in a long time. And we could always fly that Stratoliner. So, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm kind of like torn between that Piper Comanche. Let me see what gauges this has. Let me go to a different different view here. I'm gonna get ready to get off in a couple of minutes, but let me look at a couple of things. Let me look at the gauges in this plane real quick. Yeah, see, these are all old school gauges. Like, I could get down with this plane. I like this plane a lot. Maybe we'll fly to Piper Comanche tomorrow. It's got a tablet, but, you know, that's okay. But it's like all old school. There's no... Oh, that's right. You can put a GPS in it, but we don't need to use it. So maybe we can do that. Or, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what classic military planes I have, though. I mean, I have this Caribou that has an army livery to it. Let me like, it's got camo liveries, and we could always fly this thing. So that's an option. Or, I mean, if I can get that DC-3 working, just saying. If I can get that DC-3 working, you know what I'm saying? No, but that Beechcraft 18's got a Navy livery. I know that. Trying to think what else has a military type livery to it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyways, I got a little bit of time to think about it. We got a little bit of time to think about it. Let me look at the inside of this plane here. Yeah, he's got... it's got a little net. No, I don't like that thing. Yeah, oh, I know the DC-3 is the way to go. Well, you know, we can... You know what? Why don't we try it now real quick? I mean, because, you know, I'm still kind of under my quote-unquote usual time. Let's do a DC-3 now, and let's bind the heading to one of the keys here. And let's try it. And we'll see if it works. That way we know for sure. Alright, classic. It's classic. Alright, classic. Alright, let's go to options. Alright, let's go to keyboard and let's type in heading. Alright, so... Alright, so left Alt D. Let me, I got a sticky note on my desktop here. Let me just add that. Alright. Sorry that my face is so close to the camera. Alright, heading hold. Is that left Alt? Plus All right, let's apply and save. Go back. Turn you off. And let's turn off the most annoying part about this game. The ATC. All right, now let's go try it. All right, let's see what happens. Hey, that looks like my engine when I landed just now. But on the other wing. GNJ. Good night, Jew. Good night, Jew. All right, let's see what happens. So we'll still have to, I think we'll still have to put the autopilot actually on. And then we'll do left alt plus D and see what happens. So just so I can show everybody, if anybody ever watches this. So this button right here, this rudder button, you're supposed to be able to push. Oh, hang on. Let me put on the key info. So this button here, you're supposed to be able to push it in. Since we can't push it in, we can't we can't use it. All right. I need to all right, give me like 30 seconds. I need to use the restroom real quick, and then I'll be right back. Oh my god. Feels so much better. Wow. Whew. That was like an elephant piss. Jesus. All right, let's go. Let's go, bitch. All right, let's go. Me too. Oh, that's really loud. Jesus Christ. Hang on, let me turn this down a little bit. Alright, I think I finally got the wheels quiet. All that rumbling was the wheels still spinning as we were up in the air. I did read somewhere a long time ago that it's a good idea to put the brakes on. Alright, let's get our trim set so we can take our hand off the wheel. Now, I didn't set the cowl flaps or anything. I guess I probably should have. And let's move our prop levers back a bit. I think 88's usually a good spot. All right, let's try to even out a little bit. Let me get rid of this thing here. All right, so we're about 1,000. All right, let's put on that. Come on, bitch. There we go. It's been a little bit since I put that thing on, so. All right, let's level out. All right, let's put on the autopilot. Hang on. Let's get control of this thing again. All right, let's do... All right, I engaged it. Let's see what happens. And let me see what it is to, I think it's left control, INS, or delete. Okay. All right, so, all right. That doesn't work to change. Well, it's holding our heading right now. It's just, it looks like, though, when we need to change direction, though, we have to manually do it, which is okay. All right, now let me disengage it and see what happens. All right, so we're moving right now. All right, right, let's re-engage it. Well, I just did actually. So I disengaged it, and then I drifted a little bit, and then I re-engaged it again. And since I re-engaged it, we've been keeping. Here, watch. I'll disengage it right now. Let's drift off to the side a little bit. See, we're drifting over. Here, let's do this. Let's re-engage autopilot again, and now do alternate D. And let's see what happens. No, that didn't do it. Let's see. Yeah, it's not doing it. Yeah, it's not holding the heading. Whatever. I mean, I'll just fly it manually tomorrow night, I guess. It's not like it's that big of a deal. You know, if I got to make little corrections here and there, I mean, whatever. Well, let me see. I don't think there was, but you're usually right, so let's see. Select heading bug. Oh. What about toggle autopilot heading hold? Maybe that'll work. All right, let's try that. So we got left control, left shift H, and left alt D, left alt X. Oh, something just happened with the engines. What the hell happened? Why are the engines so low? The RPMs are gone. Let me restart this real quick. Oh, hang on. If I fly this for real tomorrow night, I won't be doing that. I hope. I'll be practicing my takeoffs tomorrow. All right. No, that button's got something to do with something else. Hang on a second. Because I hit that shit twice, and both times it was like... It shouldn't matter. Why are we losing engines? Let me map a different button. Because, when I hit that, something weird is happening. And then I'm going to be about done for tonight, because I'm getting tired. Actually, let me not use X. All right, there we go. Alternate C. Let's try that. I don't know if you caught that, but both times I tried it, it like shut the power off on the. It's weird. Like the RPMs just like cut out completely. It's very strange. All right, I'm gonna try it this one last time, and then after that, regardless of what happens, that's gonna be the end of the airplane show for tonight. I'm getting tired, and I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin pretty soon if I don't get to bed. All right, let's all right, let's roll. I hope not. I'm a big fan of this plane. Jesus. It's okay, it's all under control. Oh, there's a Delta building over there. That's cool. Never knew that. All right, I engaged it. Let's see what happens. It looks like it's working. But the weird thing to me is that we're climbing right now and the gyropilot power is off. But we're in climb mode automatically. But whenever I push this in, we level off. Watch. It's holding the line, by the way. Let me deactivate it. All right, I just deactivate. Oh shit, no I didn't. There we go. Now I deactivated it. See, we're moving around now. Now let me re-engage it. I think we fixed it. Well, I think you fixed it. Because it's holding the line now. Hey, Grease. It's working. I'm confused, but it's working. So, all right, guys. So here's the deal. If you want to climb using this feature, don't turn the gyropilot on. Leave it off. But push Y on your remote control. Like, push Y on your remote control. That usually activates autopilot. Do it, but don't push this power button on. When you want to level off, push this power button. And what we figured out tonight is, well, actually, Grease figured it out. But if you want to fly this plane and have it hold your heading, you need to go into... We're going to fly this plane tomorrow. You got to go into control options. And come down here to toggle autopilot heading hold. I tried left alt plus X, and for some reason, whenever I did that, it killed the engines. I don't know why. But we have this in there now, and we're actually able to hold our heading. So it looks like we'll be flying a DC-3 flight tomorrow. While I got your attention, Grease, any place you want me to go tomorrow with this thing? So I'm getting ready to end the show. So there's some place you'd like to visit virtually, let me know. And I got some studying to do. I got to make sure I can take off in this thing in a straight line. I have to do some research and find out where the DC-3 like flew. Like where it flew, like for, you know, missions and things like that. So anyways, that's about it. That was a pretty damn good show tonight. I tell y'all when y'all first log in that this the best damn airplane show you ever gonna see on whatever night you're watching it on. So if you're watching it tonight on Wednesday night, it's the best damn airplane show you're gonna see on Wednesday night. That's right. Until tomorrow, my friends, the Africa. Oh yeah, you want to go to that airport? Okay, we can do that. I think there's VORs out in Africa. Thank you for the the emoji, by the way. Just in case I didn't know what Africa was, I appreciate that. So I will see all y'all beautiful people tomorrow over the Africa in a DC-3, and we will try to assault the air as best we can with our DC-3. I don't know what to call it. DC-3 assault vehicle. That's right. We're gonna hurt Mother Earth's air tomorrow night. We're gonna hurt Mother Earth's air. Anyways, I will see y'all. I'm tired. I'm babbling now. All right, I will see y'all tomorrow on the latest episode of the Airplane Show. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and like I said, the more subscribers I get, the better the takeoffs, the better the lands will be. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good Thursday. Thirsty Thursday.